Sorry, guys. 1 second. Okay. That's weird. I got a really, really late email about from Hootsuite about an auto tweet I asked it to send out. It usually does those instantly.
This is where I did my scan. And all the others, I suppose.
You don't remember?
My scan was the first. Had to test the scanner before I could start making promises.
Mm-hmm. Please reset router in sub-level vault. Have you tried turning it on and off again?
Strasky, come in. I need help in the lab, the scan room.
What happened?
Conrad killed himself after the scan.
Jesus, how?
Maser tool? What should I do?
I'm gonna need to tell Strohmeyer.
No, please! I'm so close. Strohmeyer's gonna shut down the ARC project. It's not my fault people keep killing themselves.
Catherine, what are you gonna do? It's not like you can sneak a 300-pound body out of the lab.
I know.
Catherine, are you okay?
Not even close.
Would you be? I mean, truthfully, would you be?
Ah, I see.
What?
Check the terminal. I just want to make sure.
The Nanami composition. I can click erase. Do I want to do that?
Munchie. How did this...
Munchie?
What is this? Kath, what is this? Why do you have a file of me?
You are one of Dr. Munchie's templates. A legacy scan.
A legacy scan. Captured May 2nd, death June 1st.
Okay, that's it.
Wow, that was fun.
That's a relief. Still figuring this out, so...
It was freaky. So many lights. What do we do now?
Paul and I are going to run tests for a week or so, and then we'll work out a roadmap to your recovery.
Well, I feel excited. Can't wait to get back to the living.
Okay.
We've worked everything out. Everything is legal. Vouched for by Dr. Peak and Professor Way.
Oh, that's great news.
No big change in medication. You'll be taking an aspirin every morning, but that's about it. Paul worked out a diet with some variations you should try out. You can continue doing physical therapy. Also, there's some extra cardio training every other day.
Okay, getting complicated.
Don't worry, it's really not. We're going to keep an eye on you every week, so we'll be able to adjust the plan if needed.
Okay.
The model was sound. It should have worked.
It's not your fault, David.
I really wish things had turned out differently.
Yeah, me too.
I was supposed to save you.
Hey, you got my brain on
Sounds
file.
like Munchie is like
Maybe you
a...
can put it to some use.
not a bad dude.
Yeah.
Someone
Who
who's
knows?
really trying to do good.
You'd be okay with that? Using it for my research?
Sure. It's like a part of me lives on or something. Like a donated organ. You know what sucks about dying?
What?
The crash. Everything up till now. The brain damage. You guys, everything. It's made my life so much more real. I started thinking about all the things I was going to do. I'd never been more excited to be alive. All that hope. Wasted.
So, what happens if I click erase? I'm guessing I have to. Catherine doesn't seem to be saying much about it.
He's dead, Kat. The real Simon is dead. And I'm a replica of that scan Munchie did, thinking he's Simon.
What did you expect?
I don't know. I don't know what I was hoping for. An explanation? Maybe an apology?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not from you. Well, thanks, I guess. I deleted the file, so hopefully I'll be the last Simon to suffer through this place.
Ready to move on?
Yeah. Let's go.
Do I have another option?
Welcome to my place. When I started the art project, I pretty much lived in this lab.
Cozy.
I wonder if we actually are going to have to reset a router in the basement. That would actually be kind of funny. The achievement better be called, "Have you turned it on and off again?" It was your call, eh? Well, I guess we'll see what happens now. It is the choice I made. This is the life we chose. I guess we'll see what happens.
This is where I would store the ARC scans.
Are they similar to my legacy file?
No, yours is flatter, if that makes sense, less dynamic.
Thanks. That makes me feel much better. Broken.
And most of these look pretty beat on.
Damaged.
Actually, they're all beat on. Oh, there's a good one.
An intact memory chip. If we're lucky, we might be able to extract the cipher from it.
I'll definitely have to look up once I finish this what the if there's any story. I'm sure there is a story difference on whether or not you erase your memory, but I'll definitely want to see what that is. Okay, so maybe we can extract the cipher from it, but we can't use any of the computers.
The laboratory terminals have lost contact with the mainframe. We need to reset the router downstairs.
We do!
I'll take care.
We actually do need to reboot the router. Of course we do. So how do I get down there?
The terminals in my laboratory have lost connection to the mainframe. Head downstairs and reset the router.
I didn't see... Oh, God. There's multiple levels, and the downstairs ones are really big and confusing. Oh, boy. Catherine Chun is missing, not deceased. Actually, several people are missing, I guess. So, I didn't actually see a way downstairs. Oh, I see. There's a panel over there. Wait, except I need the Omni tool. I can't take her back,
Go
though?
downstairs and reset the router.
So what's the way downstairs? Is it through here? Yep, it is. And this is where stuff
Thanks,
goes to
Soma.
hell.
That's a real helpful report. Be quiet, the Proxy listens. What happened to Theta? No explanations anywhere.
Kinda sounds like a warning.
Well, this is fantastic. Oh, and there's 3 different doors. Oh, oh, what a delight. Oh, shit! What the fuck are you? And what the fuck are you, and why don't you glow like the other robots? Jesus Christ. Ah! And they're insta-death. Okay. Wait, do I just wake up in the same room? Or is it insta-death? I don't appear to be dead, but I do appear to be hurt. Just one question. Don't want any assistance yet, but is this area easy to get confused and lost in, or not especially? Okay, I barely got away from you once. How am I supposed to do it now? Now I'm stuck in a corner. These things apparently can follow me. It's easy, yeah, okay. I had a feeling that there were multiple doors, but this room doesn't look terribly big. This looks more like just navigate your way through these rooms and avoid the enemy. That's definitely what it felt more like to me, so... Okay. I do really wish that these enemies at least had, like, you know, glowy bits on them, like the other ones did. Can't say I'm a huge fan of this they don't make much noise and you can barely see them thing. Please stand by. Manual confirmation needed, because of course it is. Unplugging and replugging a router does not need manual confirmation. So this is kind of like one of those things in Destiny where it's like, yo, go plug in your friggin' robot into the thing and then wait for a while because reasons. So I'm gonna guess this sort of follows the rule of the Miyamoto rule of threes, where I have to do basically this same type of activity multiple times. Flip switch to confirm reset. Jesus Christ, this is not how routers work. If every piece of networking equipment needed a manual reset, friggin' IT would be a way bigger nightmare career than it already is. I really need a healing orifice right now. Sexual healing. I don't like this distorted color palette that makes me feel I have a migraine coming on. Like, my head doesn't hurt, but when I get the halo effect in prior to getting a migraine, my color palette tends to do that. I really don't like it. Okay. So that's one. Oh, each area is very different, I see. How you doing? You, bad day? So wait, was that the only room I had to go into to reset the router? I figured I would have had to do something in each room. But I guess these are just little expository rooms. Fine by me if true, I just... And there's nothing to do down there. You don't have any arms! How do you open doors when you don't have any arms? How do you do that? How do you open doors without arms? You can't do that. You like bashing your head against the button or something? You can't. No. I'm sorry. Nah.
It's better. I'm not going down there again.
Oh, I need a healing orifice. This vision, this wonky vision is really, wow, playing with my eyesight.
We should try running a simulation from the chip you found. Someone must know the cipher.
All right, I have to go back into the lab rooms, right? Oh, God. It kind of would be nice if you just sort of regenerated health after, like, a long period of time. Like, they don't have to do it within seconds, but even within a couple of minutes, because this is... Ooh, I'm kind of getting... I'm not super susceptible to FOV sickness, but can be in certain specific circumstances, and this kind of feels like it. It does have arms? Really? Ugh. Yeah, like, I'm actually getting a little bit of field of view sickness from this wobbly
The legacy scan of me
camera.
on the computer. What did you use it for?
It's a template that has an intelligence pathwork already etched into the base. So, if I wanted to build an AI, I wouldn't have to reinvent a whole model. I would be able to focus on the things that the
hey,
AI
I missed one of these.
Is every AI self-aware? Do they also follow Simon?
What? No, Simon, don't worry. It's not like we just put people into robots and machinery and let them roam free. That'd be really cruel. It doesn't work like that. Or at least it didn't used to work like that. Truly sentient machines, thinking they are people, is definitely new.
But you kept them sentient for the Ark.
Yes, and I basically had to invent the method.
Mr. Sarang, the company is very pleased to hear of your success in making the WoW a station-wide presence. We trust you appreciate what a unique opportunity this is and that you will do everything in your power to fully explore and understand this mystery. To do so, you need to ensure that Dr. Johan Ross is able to steer and study the WoW from Alpha without outside interference. In the case of emergency, you may direct Julia Dahl at Omicron to forcefully eliminate any opposition, but please make an effort to avoid extreme actions. The WoW is an important, costly affair, and we hope to follow a steady development without setbacks. The Supervisory Board. That sounds ominous. Oh my God, I really need to get some health back or something. This is killing me.
So, you're not worried that there are other Simons or Catherines running around out there?
Now I am. Geez, Simon, some thoughts are better left alone.
When you read this, I will have entered the Ark. As I've explained, this is accomplished by ceasing to live as your scan is being completed. To not frighten Catherine, I will do this in secret by folding cyanide salts into chewing gum and placing it in my mouth before seeing her. Ugh. When I hear her announce completion, I will bite down, quickly causing my own demise. When you discover the truth behind my death, know that there's no tragedy to mourn, for I am victorious. I advise you all to do the same and join me inside the Ark.
Did you know that the human body consists of up to 75 trillion individual cells? They typically don't stay with us till we die. Some live a few days, while others live a few years. We're not affected by their short lifespans, as they're replaced by new cells which help sustain our bodies.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would argue that we ever lose our persona due to this process. Yet we are clearly in a constant state of transformation. Then how do we remain the same? A continuous flow of thought and perception keeps an unbroken chain of continuity that we know as our self. Our conscious mind is not the pattern of our brain, but a continuous emergent entity based on that pattern. When Dr. Chun populates the Ark, she is capturing a moment of our existence and placing it inside the digital world. Soon you and your digital you will grow apart due to diverging experiences, but for a tiny window.
Oh, I see his argument.
With unbroken continuity, it will live on. A fulfilling life, no doubt, no less real than the one from which it was plucked. Now remember, you are not your body. You are the emergent entity. That entity just happens to occupy two places at once for a while. If you took away your body, you would simply be the only one you can be. The you inside the Ark. Let your body die.
I see.
And continue on in the digital paradise among the stars.
Okay. I, for real, need a friggin'... I really need something to correct this friggin' vision thing. This is really messing with my chi.
I wonder what the real Simon would have thought if he knew about me.
What do you mean? You do know about yourself.
No, I mean the real Simon. The human Simon.
Going by your reactions, I'd say he'd be pretty upset.
So where do I take it to? Here? No.
Go ahead. Plug in that chip you
Oh,
found.
downstairs? Yeah. I suppose. I just really wish it didn't do that
You should be a
wavy.
list of people. See if there's anyone who could know a security cipher.
I just don't want the, I just wish it didn't do the wavy screen thing, because that actually gives me a little bit of motion sickness.
No, won't work. We need someone from Data Security Group.
Oh, okay, so that's all this is, so I don't need to do this with everyone. Security group. Maybe this one?
That one won't work either. Look for security people like Kronstadt or Strohmeyer.